Wow. What a hell of a way to end the weekend at Jackson State, man. Let me say this. Shout out to, Coach Prime Brown. Dog. It's honestly, it's honestly unbelievable what Jackson State is doing, what they have been doing for the past, just this off season alone is freaking, they had the #1 recruiting class for 2 straight years. But this is different. And I'm talking about not just the recruiting all across the board in the SWAC, but just on what Jackson State is doing. Now, there are a lot of haters. Like, there's been a lot of haters in my comments about what we speak about Jackson State. And I'm like, there's no, we can't help it. We can't help but to admire what the hell Jackson State is doing, and for them to pick up Middleton. And look, I done already said what I needed to say about him in the other video that I did, but he didn't even visit Florida. He went straight to Jackson. And on top of them destroying at camp, and I'm pretty sure he has a video of their one-on-one dropping within the next week or so. Like, for the amount of people that were on Twitter, just the vibe that Jackson State has surrounding their campus is a totally different experience than that I could even imagine. And, for Middleton to go to Jackson State, he buffers their front seven tremendously. They get a run stopper. They get a guy who was dominant in JUCO. This is the college version of a journeyman, if I haven't seen it. And for his final year of eligibility to choose Jackson State, on top of what Jackson State has been doing, how can anybody not speak about it? How can anybody not talk about it? This is the most talked about school, not just in the FCS, but in the entire country, in all schools. For him to forego his decision to even visit Florida in the first place, and to just choose Jackson State. A lot of people wanted him from the gate. They wanted him from the gate. And for Jackson State to land him, after his journey, bro, this is his final destination. And I'm happy for him. I'm extremely proud of him, congrats to him, but Jackson State is going places, dog. And it ain't just for this year either. It just seems like they're preparing for years to come. Not just for this year, but for years to come. And the rest of the SWAC should be very afraid. I'll be honest with you. I know that everybody, in the SWAC got better, but to see what Jackson State is doing, just for them, it's, dog, I can't even explain it, but shout out to Jackson State, and for them to picking up Middleton, man, this was a definite, big pickup. But, whew, wow. You go from Antoine Owens to Darel Middleton. That's absolutely crazy. Man, congrats to him.